Okay, let me get things set up. I don't even know if you can see me. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Let me see. I hope everyone's doing well. And hi. All right. So that way I can see myself. And then let me pull up the doc with all the questions. All right. Let's see. Okay. You can see how like incredibly messy my house is, but this should be familiar now, right? Okay. So, hi Tina, hi Diana, hi Jody, hi. All right, let's see. Okay, let me gather my thoughts. I was just yelling at my children because, well, it's a day, so that's why I'm yelling at them. But my youngest, he like slid one of my kids, one of my 6-year-old's like Chinese book, like homework book, and slid it under this like super heavy credenza thing. Oh, it's just a whole mess to try and get it out. But hi, Lizzie. Diana, that's because the rest of the house is out of screen for a reason. So that's why it looks not as messy. Okay, so if you guys have any questions you want to ask me during the live, please put them in the live chat, and I will try and get to them. Don't worry, if I don't want to answer it, I'll just pretend I didn't see it, or I'll just say outright I don't want to answer it. But so don't really worry. I'm pretty open. So on the other channel, I think on the community channel, some people, especially Kanmon and Tanya, asked a few questions, and I think so did Vicky. So I'll start with Vicky's question first. How did I first discover BTS, and what songs first lured me? Hi Sharon, hi Malaya. I hope I'm saying your names right. Let's see, what was I saying? Oh, right. I discovered BTS when I was looking for Mando Pop for my children to listen to because I bilingual homeschool my 4 kids in Chinese and English. And I found XOM's version of Overdose, and I got sucked in because of the visuals, because EXO can sing and can dance. Sorry, I don't know why my glasses are so dirty. And so yeah, I got sucked in, and thanks to the YouTube algorithm, I checked out NCT 127 and NCTU and GOT7, and BTS was also one of the recommended videos, and then just got sucked in from there. I think the first song I really recall liking was Mic Drop Remix, and I didn't really like DNA, and then I saw some of their older stuff, and I really can't remember. But Singularity, when that dropped, I found them in like January of 2018. So when Singularity dropped during that comeback, that's when I was just like, that was the song. Hope that answered your question, Vicky. Tanya asked me, how did I meet my husband? We are so cute together. You can relate to the bickering. How did I meet my husband? He used to be my boss a long time ago. Yeah, he used to be my boss. We worked at an internet marketing firm together. It was really small. It was mostly like just out of college people, and yeah, he was my boss, and not the owner of the company, but my direct boss. So yeah, he was a marketing person. He was a marketing director, and I was just like a peon. And then he was promoted to VP, and then president, and then I was the marketing director. And then yeah, we dated. I was actually seeing someone else at the time, and instead of just making a clean break with the other person, I was like, oh, we'll just be friends. So yeah. So it was not a good way to end my previous relationship, nor maybe the best way to start a relationship, but it worked out because it's been we've been together 18 and a half years. It's been a long time. Oh, Malaya, you are Malaya, does your husband make fun of you because of the gardening, or he's making fun of you because of this live? He's making fun of you about BTS, or he's making fun of you about BTS or your birthday. Either way, happy birthday. 52 is a great year. Every year better, I'm hoping. Um, and so yeah, let's see. So hopefully that answered your question. Yeah, I actually was thinking that I was going to date my husband, break up with him, and then go back to my previous boyfriend. Clearly, that was not the case. It was actually very difficult because I didn't. My previous boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, and I were about to get married. Like we were going through we were super Christian, unfortunate. So he was, we were in the process of like getting pre-engagement counseling. Like how Christian is that? So lame. And yeah, we were in the midst of that, and I was just not. I wasn't very. I was really angry, and I was really unhappy. But instead of, um, like the fear of not knowing because I had been with my ex boyfriend at that time about 2 years, 2 years, and then I had liked him for at least a year before that. So that's like three something years, 3 or 4 years of investment with a person I thought I was gonna marry. Um, but it didn't work out, and I was scared that I was maybe my current my husband now. Maybe I thought he was gonna be a fling, and I didn't want to risk a thing like a fling for a sure thing. But what's the point of having a sure thing if that's not what you want? So it wasn't fair to anybody really. So oh, Malaya, he shouldn't be. Well, I guess he's allowed to make fun of you, I suppose, but you don't have to take it. Oh, Diana, it's super early where you are. Are you? Oh, you must be ahead. Are you ahead? Like in Europe, or Asia, maybe? Uh, I can't do math on the fly, guys. That's why Apple has that app, right, to show you the world time clock. So, oh, Australia. Okay, see, I was right in on that side. Oceania area, right? Um, Hi, Arthika. Hopefully I said your name right. Hi, Lissy. Oh, everyone's so much ahead of us. So much ahead of me. California. I mean, this is uh, everyone's day is done or just starting, and mine's like smack in the middle. My husband's like, "Really? Are you gonna pretend to educate your children today?" And I was like, "No, no, no." Oh, good. I'm so glad I said your name right. Okay, so yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. Just tell me in the live. That way I have something more interesting to talk about than just babbling at you. Let's see. Okay, so Cadmon sent me like four questions. She said, if I could only ever look at one picture of each member for the rest of my life, which pictures would I choose? Bonus points if I find said pics to show my viewers. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I created a special folder for you. Hopefully you can see. So my favorite picture of RM is this one. Hopefully you can see. I'll post them in the comments, I guess, if I can do that. That's my favorite picture of RM because his face. Come on, his face. He's just thinking naughty things, right? This is my favorite picture of V, or that whole day. Any picture from any angle. I forget what day, but it was just fantastic. So pretty. I mean, long-haired JK and also sweaty. What's not to enjoy about this picture? I'm a gin enthusiast. Oh, this picture just wrecks me. I don't know if this is actually my favorite picture, but this is the closest one I could find. Anytime Hobie looks like a Cuban drug lord, that's my favorite. This is, I realize as a BTS folder that it's like 90% sugar because he's my favorite. And yeah, I like this one. Him in glasses in anything really. And of course, CEO Park Jimin telling us we should be punished. So hopefully that answers your questions, Can, about. Hey, Cherry. And so yeah, hopefully that answers the question about pictures. Hopefully you can see them. Otherwise, I'll post them in the. I don't know if I can post pictures in comments, but I can post it in. I'll post it in the. I'll post it on the community channel, whatever. All right. So her second question was, Yoongi calls me. He says, drop everything in your life right this moment. Go to the airport, hop on the private jet I have waiting for you there, and come be with me forever. I'm going to take care of you. The life of a princess is waiting. You get to see your loved ones once a year for one day. Do you go? Evil grin. No, I would not go. As the product of a broken family when I was a kid, and my father was always gone, and Bandit does, and was just a horrible person, I would never do that to my children. So notice that it's for my children's sake, not necessarily for my husband's sake or my mother's or my family. It's for my children's sake. And then also, I wouldn't really trust a message like that because, like, really? Come on. That just seems implausible. Hi, Lily. All right. So, all right. And the third question is, if I could only listen to BTS songs for the rest of my, if I could only listen to 3 BTS songs for the rest of my life, what would they be? They do not have to be my favorite songs. Think carefully about all the situations and moments you might have in your life going forward. Consider how well you already know your favorite songs and if you truly need them to be on this list. And so before I answer that question, Diana said, my children are older than you, so send me the ticket. You know what? If my children were maybe another 15 years older, I'd be like, I'm bouncing. See ya. I've raised you. We can FaceTime. They'd be going to college anyway, right? By that time. So to answer the 3 BTS songs, I would probably, for sure, Outro Tear. That is my favorite BTS song. And yes, I would also, even though it's my favorite song and I've heard it a million times, I would still want to listen to it because I feel like it's totally my aesthetic, and it's my kind of song. It's angry and sad, and it just fits the bill. And then I don't know what my other 2 songs would be. I was thinking maybe some of the songs off of Dark and Wild, like is it I think it's Look Here. Either that or 24/7 Heaven. But I really like Look Here because it's like very chill, very low key, sexy, very funny, and it reminds me of that clip that they used in one of the BTS movies when they're jumping in the pool. So I'm pretty whatever song that is. And then maybe I really don't know. Maybe Rain. I really like Rain. It's very chill. Actually, no, I take that back. It would probably be Mic Drop Remix because it's such a banger. It's so fun. So those are my 3. Hi, Nikki. And hi, Lori. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to see you. Oh. See, Diana's smart. Her children are 48 and 45. So yeah, you could go off with Yoongi just fine. Your honorary grandchildren. That's awesome. Hi. I can't read the Korean, but Kayla Seoul. Hi. My brother lives in DC, so I hope you guys are doing well. If you have kids, I hear they're stuck with you until the end of the school year, because I think Virginia closed the schools until for the rest of the year. All right. And the last question is, what foods and drinks have you tried as a result of being exposed to K-pop culture? Have you made any of them yourself, successes and or fails? I've eaten Korean food before, and I've been exposed to it. So I wasn't really exposed to really any new foods. So I'll be honest, Korean food isn't necessarily my favorite because it's too sweet for me. But in general, I like it. So 2 of my Army group chat friends, we meet up to go eat Korean barbecue, and that is delicious. Actually, Cherry is one of them. She's in the live chat, and Cherry was also in my Eric Nam vlog, and Carmi is the other one. So yeah, I wouldn't say that they've really exposed me to any new foods. I've been pretty exposed to Korean culture prior to that, and I liked it okay, but I think I've gone out of my way more to eat some more of it just because that's just because that's like a fun way to like convene, I guess. But the thing is, after Cape barbecue, like you end up smelling like your food. That's why I also don't like hot pot. I don't like going to hot pot. I don't like any. First of all, I don't believe that I should have to do any cooking if I'm paying for food. Like, what the hell, man? Why am I doing the cooking? Or in this case, Carmi, my friend Carmi, is doing the cooking because I am, or Cherry, because I am a terrible. Okay, I'm not a terrible cook, but I don't like cooking. I can cook things that taste good. I just don't. I don't enjoy it. Um, yeah. So hopefully that answers your other questions. No, I have never tried making anything. No, I will never try making anything. Um, every time I'm like one of those people who, when my friends post pictures of their food, and I'm like, oh, that looks amazing, I want it, and they're like, here, let me give you the recipe. I'm like, no, I don't want the recipe. When I say I want it, I mean I want you to bring it to my house, and I will eat it. I don't care how you make it. Sending me the instructions is not. I'm never gonna do it. Why? Because I hate cooking. I hate cooking. I hate cooking. I'm actually not bad at it. I can cook. I just hate doing it. You know what I mean? Like it does not bring me joy. Eating brings me joy. Cooking does not bring me joy. Just like I don't mind washing dishes, but I hate putting dishes away. Weird, right? Like that's like bizarre. Anyway. Um, I think I do like ramen all the time. I do like Korean ramen. And I would that's why I don't buy it, because if I bought it, I would just eat ramen forever, and then I would just be even more well preserved and very salty and bloated. Yes, Diana, I hate housework. Full stop. That's why. That's why I. That's why I have a house cleaner. Because I believe in contributing to the local economy. I believe in focusing on things that bring me joy. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Uh, Diana also says, I recently tried Korean food and strawberry soju and loved it all. We had mandu, pork, and a beef stir fry with rice sausages on a stick and chicken two ways. Yeah, Korean food. I have tried more recently, but yeah, it's the soju is it's quite excellent. I enjoy. Lily Kathleen said, I haven't had hot pot yet, but oh, do I want to. That and dumplings. I usually stick to the same stuff when I go out, and Chinese food has been my jam my whole life. Hot pot, you usually have to go to a special hot pot restaurant. Or if you have Chinese friends, you can see if they'll invite you over. Yeah, it's not that I don't like hot pot. I think it's just that there aren't enough carbs sometimes, and so I feel it maybe it'll be different because I've been intermittent fasting since the beginning of the year, and I've cut a lot of carbs, so maybe I'll feel fuller on it. But I always never feel full, even though I've eaten a lot of things from hot pot. Jerry, I would show you all my favorite sugar picks, but there's just too many. And besides, we're in the same group chat. You've seen them. Diana, you like sweet things. Yeah, I like savory things more than I like sweet things. So I think that's probably why Korean food doesn't quite hit the spot nearly as well as Chinese food. Also, I am, Chinese Taiwanese. So, I mean, it makes sense that I prefer the food that I'm used to. Arthika agrees that right? Like, why should we have to cook the food that I'm paying for? Like, come on, that just seems too much. And I think that's it. That was all the questions. Tina, when you come over for the Tina says that she hasn't tried Korean food yet because there's only Korean restaurants near her city. So when you finally come to the U.S. for tour, when like the U.S. figures their shit out about the coronavirus, we will take you out. Okay? You can stay with me or anyone else who lives in the Bay Area. So Tina, Nikki, Cherry are all in our group chat together. So they're very kind and being supportive. I don't know if I missed anyone. Um, and let's see. Lily Kathleen says, soju is by far my favorite alcohol. Dangerous stuff. Uh, oh, you can't go out and buy it. You know what? Maybe Amazon will deliver. You never know. uh, yeah, it's fun. Let's see. So let's see. Let's see what since we're talking. Oh, did it die? Uh-oh. Did my streaming die? Oh, it is? It's okay now? Oh, okay. Well, that's... I don't know if you guys... I don't know how many times I've mentioned it, but I am a walking EMP. So pretty much that means that I prefer to think of myself as like I have a magnetic personality and it's very electric. So so things don't tend to work around me. Like the Wi-Fi works for everyone in the house except me. you know, yeah, like it. Literally, I have walked by a person or I've stood next to a person, and then their Wi-Fi on their phone will fritz out, and then I'll walk away, and their Wi-Fi will come back. It's I feel like it's a superpower. I'm not quite sure how. Um, like we have a wireless printer, and it's worked once wirelessly, and my husband just doesn't understand. Like it was like a brand new printer, and it worked for him once. I think it worked for me once wirelessly, and after that, it has never worked wirelessly ever again. and he just doesn't. He's like, wow. And I was like, you've been with me 18 years. How is this a surprise to you? And I feel like he's still surprised by my amazing ability. Hi, BT. Welcome to the live. I've answered a bunch of questions. So if you have any questions more for me, I would love to answer them. Since we're on the topic of food, my favorite food is probably soup dumplings. The soup Taiwanese dumplings or Shanghai dumplings. Whatever. Soup dumplings, Taiwanese, Shanghainese style. Like from Din Tai Fung. And it's just, it's the best. It's the best. And it's hard because you have to time it right. If you eat it too quickly when it's coming out of the like steamer, you'll burn your tongue, and then you can't taste anything. But if you wait too long, it'll get too cold, and then you risk the dough sticking to the steamer, and so then when you pick it up, all the soup comes out. So, is it B from the group chat? Hi! Okay, I'm slow. I'm sorry. I'm so slow. And then, so yeah, so those are my favorite foods. And then the best is when like you pop it. I've seen the like gigantic ones, but I would never want to eat a gigantic ones because then you can't get the soup. You have to like stick a straw in, and then you're just drinking meat juice, which, I mean, depending on the meat, I guess is pretty delicious. But I would just rather have like a bite-sized dumpling and then shove it in my mouth, and then you bite it, and then poof, and it's so good. Let's see. Yes, Arthika, I am the goddess of Wi-Fi destruction, or actually any technology. Yeah, it's just like my brand new laptop. It is also like just Wi-Fi just doesn't work for me. I don't even know how to like explain it. It's just it's a gift. It's a gift. So what else? Oh, you know what? Kayla, so I'm in a group chat with about 30 other women, and we have been together for almost a year. I want to say almost a year, and so they're supporting me on my YouTube live. So they're very, very, very sweet and kind. So I've talked several times about two BTS group chats I'm in. One of them is from a bunch of Redditors who we met to go see the Rose Bowl concert last May, and it was a bigger group, and then we splintered off into a smaller group because a lot of people were chatting, and so since we were talking about a lot of private stuff, we formed a smaller chat. And then the group chat that I'm talking about, so that Tina, Cherry, Nikki, and B, and a bunch of other folks who are in the live chat right now supporting me because they're so lovely. Thank you. Um, yeah, we all met from another YouTuber's channel who opened up like group chats, and so we met there and we all got along, and then we made our own group chat. So it's been good. Let's see. Oh, Malaya, they're delivering booze. That's excellent. That is excellent. Um, I think some California places are doing that too. So hopefully, yeah, I'm not actually even a big drinker. I can drink and I will drink, but I don't necessarily drink a lot. One, because I don't actually need social lubricant. Um, I'm already kind of like a TMI sort of person, so I already talk way too much and overshare sober. Um, so I don't really need help. and then I tend to say even like more inappropriate things, and I'm already kind of inappropriate, and by kind of I mean a lot. And so yeah, I don't drink too often. And then also I'm a control freak. I'm a Virgo and a complete control freak, totally anal retentive, and my children have broken me, so I've eased up a bit. But in general, like left to my own devices, I'm pretty. I don't like not having control over my circumstances, and so I don't tend to drink too much. Diana? Diana says the bottle of soju was the first drink she had in 2 years. I bet it tasted really good then. Kayla Soul asked, how old are my kids? And are they also BTS fans? So my children are 10. I have a 10-year-old boy, 8-year-old girl, and a 6 and a 3-year-old boy. And they all like BTS. My middle two love BTS, and the older one is like kind of a casual fan. Like he says he's not interested. He doesn't want to go to any of the concerts. The middle two have gone to a concert. They went to the Rose Bowl with me, and they were like super super upset when I went to the Oracle Arena concert in Oakland in 2018. Like they were like legit pissed at me for hours when they found out where I was going without them. So, Diana, this is why we get along, because we are both Virgos and control freaks, right? B, your 7-year-old's a Virgo too. I mean, Virgos are the best, aren't we? Cancel. I wish my children thought I was the coolest mom. I don't necessarily know if I'm a cool mom. I'm just like an inattentive mom. And I'm very, very... I'm a weird combination of like super lax and super not lax. I don't know if that makes sense at all. I don't think they would think I'm cool. I think I'm cool. But they don't think I'm cool. No. Let's see. All right. See, this is why we're always like fun. I feel like our group channel has like, our channel has gotten like a similar type of aesthetic, like the people who join the live. So I appreciate all of you. Oh, Jerry, thanks. Nobody listens to their kids. I'm cool. Kayla, so yes, my children speak Mandarin. The first two are the best at it because they're the oldest, and I was the most insistent. And the third child is pretty good, and the fourth child is not very good because I've already kind of given up. I haven't really, his Chinese is so bad. I mean, I love him. He's adorable, but he speaks Chinese like it's English. Like the first two, and then the third, they pretty much only heard Chinese, only spoke Chinese, only consumed Chinese for the good 5 years of their lives, or the oldest, right? And it started to get more and more English as they got older, and so they could communicate with their father more. My husband doesn't speak Chinese, and so as they've become more and more English oriented, of course the baby is going to be more English oriented, and since I don't have the will to enforce Chinese only media for him, I've just been broken down. I think so his Chinese, he can understand it, but his speaking is a lot worse than the other three. And maybe it'll get better. Maybe. He speaks Chinese like it's English. It's comical because I can't ever tell if he's for the longest. And you know what? The funny thing is because my older three, they were so immersed in Chinese, but then also heard a lot of English, so they weren't really chatty kids. So at 3 years old, at 2 and 3, they didn't. It was a mishmash of Chinese and English, and they both sucked. So it was really difficult. But my 3-year-old is pretty much fluent in English, and I never knew how much 3-year-olds talked and how much they could speak in like full sentences and like can make arguments, can like have logical discussions. It's usually to get what he wants, which is more iPad or cookies. So yeah, so my youngest doesn't speak Mandarin very well, but he understands it. So let's see. Let's see. Yes, Diana. Diana says it's hard as a Virgo to not insist on things being done our way. Yeah, and I think it was very hard for me. And now I'm less that way because I've decided that I prefer things getting done and I don't necessarily care how it's done as long as it is done. so, I mean, because my husband's actually super helpful. He probably takes care of the children more than I do when he's not working. And then, and he also works from home. And so he's just a very supportive man and he's very helpful and very kind. And the kids adore him way more than they like me. And, which is fine because I don't care. And, yeah, so, but he'll do the dishes, but he'll do dishes differently than I do. And I think it used to bother me, but now I realize, no, I just want the dishes to be done. Like, he might clean up differently than I do, and I don't care. I just want it to be clean. So that's been, I've found that as I've gotten older, I've cared less about how things are done as long as it's done. Let's see. Yes, Malaya, like, that's what I love about BTS. Malaya says, I appreciate your channel. It literally proves that music can bring different cultures and people together. Yes, absolutely. And I think BTS is a really great example of that. I've met so many different people just even through the internet, right? Like, well, I guess this is through the internet, but I mean like through Reddit or Twitter, and other like Facebook groups and stuff. So it's been very educational, and I think it's been. I mean, I'm your typical American in the sense that I view everything through an American lens, and it's been good to decenter the American way of doing things. And considering how terrible our response has been to the coronavirus, I think that's been very telling. Let's see. Castle says that I'm sure he will grow up and want to speak better. That's probably not going to be the case. They'll only feel that way when someone's like questioning their identity, probably, or when they're like forced to speak Chinese and they're like, blah, terrible at it. Oh, Vicky Stevens says, my ex was so good with the kids, but you're lucky that is all he wanted to do. I ended up not having 5 kids, but instead felt like I had 6. Wow, you had 5 kids. Wow. I mean, I was tempted to have a 5th, and then I realized I can't do it. And I'm sorry, your ex was more of a kid than, at least he played with them, I guess. That's good. Yeah, I've been very lucky. Oh, Nikki, go to bed. My God, it's 4:30. Go to bed. I think I really wish. I think I asked if there's been any progress in getting my husband to like BTS, and I can pretty much guarantee you he's never going to like BTS. That's my prediction, because he's listened to it for like 2 years and still hasn't cared, and he's just not really into it. But I feel like it's amusing to watch. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not amusing to watch 2 people allegedly care about each other and like fight. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I missed something. What did? Oh. Oh, Vicky. Vicky, don't worry. I'll keep this up. I won't. Take it down. It's fine. Oh, Diana says she had an argument with her husband Oh no, your son about the tattoo. Oh, you got a love yourself tattoo or a BTS tattoo, I think. Um, I think that's what you said before, right? Uh, I think Nikki's in Malaysia. I want to say. I forget. Oh, Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, I was gonna say Kuala Lumpur first, and then I said Malaysia, and then let's see. Okay, so I think it says as long as it doesn't cause any fights, it's amusing. Yeah, it doesn't really cause any fights. I mean, in general, I try to live by the philosophy that the people you care about don't have to care about the things that you care about. That was very long and run on. Hopefully that made sense. So yeah, I'm totally fine with him not liking BTS. It actually works out better for me because if he actually really liked something, then I would feel guilty if he couldn't go to see them. But if he went to see them, then who would watch my children? So I feel like it works out better this way. Um, Lily Kathleen says, I'm so happy that BTS shows were postponed and not canceled. I'm still bummed about it, but at least it's still going to happen. Yes. Yes. Lily, I'm so with you because I had great seats for both the Santa Clara shows. Like I got gold sound check for one day and silver sound check for the second day. And then I also have just floor seats for Rose Bowl. And I would have rioted if they didn't postpone, if they canceled it and then had to rebuy because I used up all my ticketing luck. I feel like I used up all my ticketing luck. So I'm really glad it's just postponed. And also, I've already told everybody. Like I have I hope it's like early fall, late summer because I have a lot of conferences in the fall and that I'm speaking at actually. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just giving everybody a heads up if BTS's concerts that I already have tickets to conflict with the days of your conference. I'm sorry. I'm not going to your conference. You don't have to give me my money back. I'll just consider it a sunk cost. um, let's see. Oh, Kayla, so I hope you can still go too. I think they had a Maryland show, right? So I hope you can still go to that. Oh, Diana says she has a BTS tattoo that says BTS with their logo under the Army logo. And then under Army, it says we are together forever bulletproof. That's so sweet. Yes, Vicky, I do think it does stick into the language does stick into their minds unconsciously, but it's still very difficult to speak, especially in terms of identity issues. Um, a lot of Chinese people will say, or Chinese or Taiwanese people won't really consider you Chinese or Taiwanese enough if you can't speak the language. And then being Asian in America, we are always considered perpetually foreign and are often asked to perform our language, right? Like, oh, you can't speak Chinese, then you're whitewashed or something like that. So even though I don't think any of that is right, like I don't think whether you speak a language or not has any impact on your identity as a person in the sense of like it doesn't make you more or less Chinese or whatever. Um, I don't ever want my children to to feel less than because of that, if that makes sense. Um, oh, so Kayla Soul says she has tickets for New York and Maryland, and I hope you get to go. I really hope you get to. I really hope it works out for as many people as possible because they're just so great in concert. Um, let's see what else. Oh, Lily also has a BTS tattoo. Oh, I love it. I briefly thought about getting a BTS tattoo, but I still haven't gotten one. So how many people have tattoos? I have 4 tattoos. They're on my back, and they're Chinese calligraphy painting, like ink painting of my kids' Chinese zodiac signs. So I have an ox, a snake, a rabbit, and a monkey, and they hurt a lot. It took about, I think, 6 to 8 hours. So I spread it out over 3 sessions. So the first session was the ox and the rabbit, and I thought I was gonna die near the end. And then the second session was faster, which was just the monkey and the snake. And then the third session was like a month later for my back to heal and like to the skin to peel. And then he went over it to make sure that to fill in any spots. And then yeah, so it was more than a mortgage payment, almost 2 mortgage payments, a mortgage and a half payment. And my husband was like, okay. And so my theory, and he's like, and so my husband wants me to get a dragon tattoo because he's the year of the dragon. And I was like, rule number 1, you never tattoo someone you're fucking on your body. It just seems like bad luck, I feel. So yeah. Oh, Vicky Stevens asked, I may have missed this earlier, but are you as an Asian American getting the nasty looks and judgment I hear is happening regarding the coronavirus? Vicky wants me to strip. Okay, all right. So I live in the Bay Area, so it's pretty diverse here. I haven't really been outside. So I haven't been outside since maybe March 10th. Yeah, March 10th was the Eric Nam concert. So that might have been the last time I was outside. Other than one time I dropped. Maybe I went to the grocery store. I might have gone to the grocery store once. And then after that, I haven't been outside. So I haven't gotten any looks because we haven't been outside. So yeah, so hope, but I do know that that people have been experiencing racism. Like, yeah, it's shocking in the sense of like, no, let me rephrase. It's not shocking because that's what America is, and most people of color have experienced that, and it's unfortunate. Let's see. So Tina says hers will be the 4 Love Yourself flowers, and under them a text, not so perfect but so beautiful. Oh, I just reacted with a friend today for Epiphany, so it's so beautiful. Oh, Lily has 12. Oh, that's very exciting. That's very exciting. I want to get more. Do you guys know who Dean is? He's a K-pop R&B singer, and he has this like cherry blossom tattoo for me, like the neck, and that it's so, and it's in kind of the same style my tattoos are. So it I'm really tempted to get it but then the thought of getting tattooed on my neck right here and on the collarbone and on the bones here, it seems very painful. so yeah. But that tattoo, I just want to lick it. So, phew. Vicky, I would take off my shirt, but I mean, I guess it's fine. I already took off my scarf. I feel like I'm now like doing some striptease. Do I have a bra on? Oh yeah, I am wearing a bra. Okay, so all right. I'll show my shirt. Here we go. All right. Hopefully you can see it. So, can you see it? I don't know. So that's the tattoo. This is my 10-year-old son, the ox. The snake is my 6-year-old. The rabbit is my 8-year-old, and the monkey is my 3-year-old. All right. Now I'm going to put my clothes back on. My husband's like, what are you doing? People joining now will be like, what is this? But yes, so anyway, whew. Wait, what happened? Oh, I missed something. Oh my gosh. Vicky says her very lily white daughter was dating a very dark African American man, and they were actually pulled over on the freeway, and the officer came to the passenger side. Asked my daughter if she was okay, basically acting as if she were being abducted. Oh my gosh. Oh, so I'm so sorry. First of all, that happened to your daughter, Vicky, and her boyfriend, and unfortunately, that's just what it's. Yeah, it's so scary. But yeah, and well, now you tell me that you weren't actually asking me to strip, and after I've stripped, so that was cool. That's cool. But yeah, so right. See, where would my fifth tattoo go? Lily, my tattoo artist. I can drop his information in the links. He is it's Da Wei. I think it's Da Wei Tattoo. It's DAWEII Tattoo in Sunnyvale, California. And I don't think he really updates his Instagram, but if you Google his like site, he has a lot of art on it, and he's just amazing. Yeah, so my kid's Chinese tutor, she used to major in art and Chinese calligraphy and stuff for so a long time ago. So she painted them for me, and then I took pictures of them and sent them to the tattoo artist, and then he put it on. Yeah. So, oh, you live in San Diego? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. But yeah. So yeah, I've briefly thought about getting. So if you notice on Chinese calligraphy paintings, they have like a red. It's like the artist's seal. So I've thought about getting my children's Chinese names tattooed in the style of red ink, in the style of a Chinese artist's seal next to their zodiac signs. So I've thought about that. And then what else? Ooh, let me see. Well, you know what, Lily? Since I'm here, I might as well see if I can find it. The beauty of the internet. Oh, here we go. And just like that, I found it. Assuming here. This is his site. So that's who did it. He's this like mild mannered, like middle aged Chinese dude. So funny. It totally amuses me. So yeah, I've thought about getting a sleeve tattoo, but I think so. I was thinking maybe I could get a dragon on my sleeve, and then because my mother is also a dragon. So I could tell myself like it's not technically my husband. I could say it's a mom tattoo. So I don't know if that's like pushing my luck. I'm very superstitious. I'm actually not superstitious, but also kind of superstitious, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really want a sleeve done, but I also remember how much it hurt. And I feel like the inner arm and like the fleshy parts, that it would hurt a lot. And also like when I was getting my tattoos, I was like holding. So sometimes pain somewhere else helps me not focus on the actual pain. So like I was like biting my hand or biting my fingers or like pinching, like digging my nails into my hands. So how can I do that if he's actually tattooing my arm? So I'm not quite sure how that works. But I kind of want to like shoulder and like arm sleeve, and I don't know. It's so permanent, right? So that's why it took me like 40 years to come up with even the things for my children. I feel like I will always love my children. I don't know if I'll always love my mother or my husband. That sounds mean, but I feel like that's also accurate. Yeah, and so, oh, Kayla, so you have 2 dragons? Oh. You know what? Dragons are always cool. It doesn't matter whether it was like you just pointed at the pictures or because there's like some meaning. So. Ah, too hot. Too hot. Yes, Diana says the only problem with tattoos are they're expensive. Yeah, like I said, those 4 pieces were a mortgage payment and a half. It was very expensive. So not only is it expensive, it takes a long time, and then it's permanent. So we'll see. But yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to know? I have about 12 more minutes, and then I apparently have to like resume teaching my children things. It's terrible. I don't enjoy it. This is why I feel like I made bad life choices, because I do think speaking Chinese all the time is a real pain in the ass. And I also do think that homeschooling is a real pain in the ass. And yet, I chose both of those things for my life. And I want to continue choosing those things. So, terrible, terrible. Oh, Diana, you're what? You said you were 60 something? No, 50. No, I forget. Malaya's 50 something. So, Diana, you still have a long time. Don't say that. Yeah, 66. So you still have a long time. Don't say that you don't have much longer. um, and yes, Kayla, so everyone is doing it now. Although some of my friends' school districts, the teachers are teaching the kids through Zoom through several hours of the day, and I don't even know. Oh, Diana, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Malaya, I really hope that you get to go see them in May in Texas. And crossing all the fingers and toes and stuff. So, any last minute questions or anything? Otherwise, yeah, I don't. Oh, what's the wildest color you've dyed your hair, and what color do you want to try next? Probably the wildest. I mean, I've really pretty much only done blues, purples, pinks, and reds. So they're not really too wild. I guess the wildest or the most shocking color. Oh, and I've done gray. So like that like Sugar had the dark gray. So I what was I saying? I had started a thought. I think it might have been the blue I did for Frozen 2. So I attended the Frozen 2 premiere in November, October, November, I forget. And I had dyed my hair that like turquoise teal blue to match the Frozen red carpet thing. So that was probably and my person, her name is Susanna Stroberg. And she's amazing, and she's in the Bay Area, and she painted my hair. She did it also with this hair. It was like a dark fire, like magenta red first, and then it faded into pink. And she has it so that she'll paint it different colors, and she'll change the way it bleaches or leave. I don't know what she does, but she does something fancy, and she'll actually paint the color on so that it has different textures, and so it's this like weird effect where it's darker at the roots, but it's not. Well, now it's my actual roots. But she just paints some different colors. And I really, really love her. I mean, she's been doing my hair since like 2004, 2005, and she did my wedding, my makeup for the wedding. So yeah. And what else? What color do I want to try next? I actually was thinking of going for that dark purple gray, that or blue, is it? Whatever color Jimin's hair is in Black Swan. Pretty much, I choose all BTS colors. I was like, I just keep a snapshot. The red was originally, which was what this color was before it faded to pink. And her colors always fade very well. Was what was I saying? It was supposed to be more like V's, like bright red, like reddish pink cherry color, but it didn't look good on me. So some colors I really actually wanted to go like Jack Frost white blonde, but Susanna said that I would have to put on makeup because it would wash me out. So if I didn't want to look like I was washed out all the time with hair that blonde, hair that pale, I would have to always have a full face of makeup. And I pretty much never wear makeup unless if I'm going to either, even concerts, I don't always wear makeup. Like I was in like the 200s at the Rose Bowl. I was not wearing makeup to go see BTS, right? Like they're not going to see my face. But I did wear makeup when I was in the hundreds. And I did wear makeup to go see Argna because I was in the second row. And then we were taking pictures with him. So yeah. And let's see. Oh, Vicky asks, you're self-employed but part of a two-income family. Do you have a backup plan if one of you loses your income? I am self-employed and divorced, so I am rather SOL with eBay sales dried up. So Vicky, we would really pretty much only be SOL if my husband lost his job, because I barely make anything. By barely make anything, I mean like I make an okay wage, but last year I did. This year is very different, so it would be very different. Um, so yeah, we do have a lot of savings. We've been very lucky. We do have a decent amount of savings. So if something were to happen to both of our jobs, we could do that. And then I mean, I guess I could just sell my BTS tickets. I would cry though. I would just cry. But yeah, we do have a decent amount of savings, and apparently a freezer full of food. So I guess we could survive for some time. And we don't actually need too much. We would just cut a lot of services. I mean, that's all that it is, I think. But my husband's always been very employable. He's gotten jobs very easily, or at least consulting gigs. So he's never been out of work for very long. I think the longest has been like 1 or 2 weeks. He always hustles really hard, and he's been he's the reason that I can pursue the things that I want to do, because someone has a stable income, and he's actually super supportive. Like, people could go like one of two ways, right? Like, if you're the main support, if you're the stable income, you could either be resentful and say like, well, how come I can't do the things that I want? Or you can be supportive. And my husband's super supportive. He's like, you know what? Someone should get to do what they want. So he's gone full in on supporting me and is very kind about it. I mean, within reason, I think, but in general, he pretty much lets me get my way. He trusts me to make good decisions for the family. And when he questions me, I try to well, my first response is always defensiveness and like, what the hell are you talking about? But then when I get over it, I'm like, okay, like he's bringing up good concerns, and then maybe I should educate my children some more. Maybe they shouldn't be completely ignorant humans. Maybe they shouldn't play all day. That's not an actual education. So I try to consider the things that he's worried about and concerned about, because he very rarely voices his opinion. He pretty much, I would say 99% of the time, lets me have what I want and my way. So when he says no to something, or when he has a concern about something, I try to take them extra seriously, because he rarely expresses an opinion. So I hope that was a very long-winded answer. Let's see. Oh, Cherry says when she saw me, yeah, I think my hair was blue then. And then let's see. And yeah. So I think that's it. I hope that answered folks' questions. If you have more, I'll save them for the next live. And pretty much, if California doesn't get out of lockdown, you're going to see my actual hair color. I mean, well, I guess you can see my actual hair color because it's black. But there's a lot of gray, and my stylist always touches up my grays. Not that I asked for it, because I don't care. But she says she doesn't want it to detract from her work. So I think so I usually get my hair cut around the 3-month mark, and we're hitting the 2-month mark soon. So I think I could survive another month, and then I get really shaggy. I start getting really shaggy, and then and it's but the color always fades well. Her color always fades well. So I'm very curious on how it'll go. And then I'm actually trying to grow my hair out. I want it to be like a longer mohawk. So she's gonna start changing the cut, so that when she cuts it, it'll start getting longer and longer, so that I actually have a full mohawk versus just like a buzz cut kind of thing. But I do really like, and she tries to keep the little wispy parts, which I guess she says baby hairs take a long time to grow back, and so she tries never to mess with the baby hairs. Otherwise, she's like, then you look too manly or whatever. Well, she didn't say that I look manly, but she's saying like it's she keeps it to like soften the look. And yeah, but I used to have very mom hair. Like I actually think I look best with like shoulder length cut hair. I feel like I look very pretty that way. So I wouldn't say I look pretty in this cut, but I prefer shorter hair because it's not in my face. And then I actually never have to comb it. I never actually have to comb my hair. So and then because it's dyed, I only wash it like twice a week because otherwise it fades really really fast. So it'll. Did it? Did it freeze? I told you I killed the internet. Is it? Can you still hear? Is it working? Oh well. I will. Okay. Okay. Well, since it's just the voice, I will say goodbye. And I'll catch you guys next time. All right. Bye.
How do I end it?